Rescue 14 to the ball, 748 East 27.
Alright, well, we're starting off with a little bit of an excitement.
Rescue 9, Casper resident will handle.
What are we looking at? 71 degrees.
Rescue 9.
July 27th, 6:35 a.m. inside Los Angeles, on our way to a man with a gun call.
Unit 1215 West 206
Like, right?
from Florence and Broadway to 54th and Hoover.
Ooh. I'm gonna get here before the police officer.
1250 right?
Yeah. He's a few blocks away. I'm a block away, 54th. I'm 4 blocks away. He's probably a mile or so.
7 from Metro.
So it's right in front of us.
Agent 29, Rescue 29, overdose, intersection Wilshire and Windsor.
So I don't think they gave a description, so I gotta kind of.
Units additional ADW suspect there now. The suspect put his gun in his backpack. Additional incident 109 from it.
Metro from Engine 91, we have a confirmed patient. Rescue 91 will be handling that ETA for LAPD.
Alright, well, there's a guy with a backpack.
Engine 91, Roger. I'll get you an ETA. What is the location of your patient?
So I think our suspect with the gun is
Metro from 91, this will be at Silmar Park in the
walking that way.
southeast corner.
But
of the
he also might not be that guy. It might be a different guy.
Roger, southeast corner, Oro Grande.
But it's a few blocks away, but that doesn't mean that by the time the call happened and that happened.
And also attach E91 for the caller at Smith.
1283 Watch 3, good night.
Alright, so this is the address, the location where it happened. So he could have definitely walked that way.
Engine 91, LAPD is en route.
Or
Code
it's
3.
anybody over here wearing a backpack. The good news is,
91, Roger.
alright, I see a guy on the phone. I think he's calling.
12x35, 12x35, landline at 1290 and you're deployed.
So LAPD is not in the area yet.
Type 12, you've been at it. Engine 91,
1283 Watch 3, 1283 Watch 3, good night.
Polk Street.
I think I see the people who reported the call. And they're looking this way. And the guy I thought was possibly the suspect was walking that way, so maybe it's not him.
1283 Watch 3, come in. 1283 Watch 3, I'm holding a family dispute, 913 South Manhattan Place, incident 0105, and a code 30 winger, 8953 South Hollywood Boulevard, incident 0838. Did you handle those calls?
So we should see the police officer coming around the corner here any minute.
1283 Watch 3,
And the dude we thought was maybe the suspect was up here, but we're not detectives. That's not our job. So
93 Watch 3. 1293 Watch 3.
we're not gonna go suspect hunting.
1291 landline, please. 1231, 1231, landline, 1290.
7107 Perry Road, Unit Alpha, cross of Lawrence Place. Metro from Engine 91, LAPD is on scene at 91.
So good morning. Hello everybody.
Engine 91, we just recontacted him, gave the updated address. Type 12 for Metro.
What's going on? How was your Friday night? Welcome to my Saturday morning. I'll be live here with you at least for the next hour, maybe 2.
Additional your ADW suspect there now.
Listen.
Person who at the store number 6. PR disconnected the line, advised that he can direct to the suspect.
Rescue 903 for Metro.
Additional incident 109.
So the call's not quite over.
For Metro.
It's not quite over. I just don't want to stick around in the area.
On scene.
It's probably not the smartest, brightest thing to do.
West Honeywood Lane, cross of Coachman Street. There's also going to be a route. Apparently, you get his head and get up the window of the and it's shaking now. Engine 9, LAPD staying there near the horseshoe driveway. The horseshoe-shaped driveway. Stop comment. Engine 169, waterfall on 491 North Santa Anita Avenue, across the King Road. They'll be north of Olympic, east of Central. Roger.
What up, First Source? Just getting out. Just getting out. I got some good sleep last night. So I'm just getting out.
Trolley 15 is suspect 54 Hoover.
Alright, now it's safer.
Twenty-seven 32 Darrell Avenue. Into Patrol 76, into 143, into 149, into 156, into 126. Quit 126, quit 104, squad 149, battalion 6, battalion 22, Porsche Building Fire, South Facility, 29330 The Old Road, across the Biscuits Drive. All advice from the city yard. Squad 161, WLS 1190 South Halton Boulevard, across 120th Street.
Again, 12, handle the missing person from 55.
Sorry,
You're at
trying to report the 300 from and states
you will 911 at the Southwest Spring Gate. Reporting her adult daughter missing. Catherine Marie Torrey.
15 to the SIG, intersection South Flower SIG.
Male adult, 5'3", 110 pounds, brown over brown, possibly driving age, doesn't grade. Subject attended at Zach Brown concert last night,
What's up, flight? Baltimore, Maryland, huh? We may or may not be expanding to Baltimore, Maryland. It's in the works. So that'd be kind of cool, huh? Well, hello, Cedar Rapids. Hello, Wisconsin. Green Bay, we got two Wisconsiners. Wisconsin. Flight, are you aware of other stringers out there? Are you aware of stringer companies or anything like that? And I do hear there's a lot of shootings. Gonna get pursuits here or there, get some decent crashes and some fires, but I hear there's a lot of shootings out there, and they're not all necessarily gang related. But I know that there's at least 6 news channels, which means 6 possibilities. Don't quite know what kind of market it is yet, but we're gonna be testing the waters there soon, I believe.
Unit number only.
You see them all the time, so there are stringers. Gotcha.
Driveway, and they're not north of Olympic, east and central. If you the produce market, can't find them.
Now, do you know that if they're stringers or are they just photographers? And if you see them all the time, do you see them in the field? As in, what puts you in the field? You a firefighter? Have we talked about this before? My apologies if we have. I know there's a lot of fire photographers out in that area. I do. I'm not quite sure about stringers though. You're a Baltimore City firefighter. Gotcha. EMT. All right, the kids that I'm talking to, you might even know.
65 fellows.
Because they're associated with the fire department. More volunteers and EMTing.
130.
But you might know the kids. And I say kids, that's just because they're in their 20s. But there's a group of fire photographers that I'm talking with that might possibly hang out and join the team here.
The updated address. 13065 Fellows.
Roger, can you put it in the comments on MTC?
912.
And I don't know if they're
304 13065.
I don't know if they're more city fire or county fire. But I know they're associated with Baltimore fire. I know. That's not really narrowing it down, is it? Alright. Check out that view. Alright, so here we go.
Giovanni Romero out of LA.
Approximate age of 30.
Benjamin, I like doing the night shift.
Rescue 810, person down.
But as I get older, I also like sleeping. So I got some good night's sleep last night. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was like, I got enough sleep to where I should probably get out of bed and go work a little bit. And because it's the weekend, I'm able to.
Rescue 31. Engine 9, an LAPD officer. This is Squad 31, medical rescue. 73445. Process Cloud,
Sam, Tom, Robert, Ocean, Laura, George, Christopher, Sean, Robert, Adam, Henry, Sam, Adam, Nora.
We find nothing. You have anything further?
Black, Brown, 61, 70, 11, 15,
Engine 168, Squad 167, medical rescue. Mountain View Road, Carbia.
45 Roger, search clear.
We are south of the
45, your incident is 1120. Zero Oxnard Street, Cushing at 1112.
Mendez, I don't believe I did. The fatal off-duty OIS, I don't believe I did. Was that last night? Off Budlong, I think.
All units use caution in the area. Boulevard or on the roadway to go to.
I know there's two things that I missed. I wasn't out, so I didn't really miss it. You know what I mean? It's not like if I was out and I didn't get the story, or I heard the story going down, I didn't go to it, or Lincoln Heights, gotcha. I know what you're talking about now. I was gonna say there's two things that I missed, and then I went into I didn't miss it, and that was the other two. That was the other one. There was one up north, one south. But I don't really look at it as missing it if I'm not out. Right on, first. Right on, first source. Right on, dude. Off-duty deputy killed. I knew it was a shooting. I didn't realize it was an off-duty deputy, and I know the one down south was a officer involved shooting. So there was 2 shootings last night that were big deals. One was the off-duty deputy, and the other one was I don't know if it was off of Fig or Budlong, which is basically the same thing. No, they're not. That's Vermont and Budlong, depending on the street. You know, you can be on the east-west street. It'd be close to either whatever, blah blah blah, whatever. FS46. Are you talking about the shooting last night? The shooting last night was off of Avenue something, 26, I believe. I don't exactly remember. My crash that I had the other night was off of Pasadena and Fig, and
2 travel 36 restricted to
63, engine
Hold on.
54, engine 165, engine 164, engine 140.
Too far away for this, but I'll.
164, squad 163, 93, battalion 13, Department House Fire, 163's area, 4576 Florence Avenue, unit N, Prospect King Avenue.
Literally drove right by that address about 10 minutes before we went live. That's hilarious. I chased something else in that area and then literally just drove by there. All right, so
2051, 1861.
yeah, Vero, this hat is not available to buy yet. Not quite sure if I'm going to put them up. I know new ones will show up soon. The logo hat will show up soon. Which reminds me that I need to send an email right now. You guys, thanks for hanging out.
Engine 148, cancel response, engine 148, cancel.
Actually, no, I lied. I wasn't near that address. No, I was. I lied again. I don't like being a liar. I'm a double liar. Alright, what am I doing? I'm going here.
On incident 0242.
Intersection of Sunshine Canyon, San Fernando Road.
The 6 vehicles, a Dodge, 7 boys, Victor Boy 495, red, bus at scene. Go to incident 1126 and RD 4136.
Can we get 804? Listen to
Watch 6 minutes. Andy Roger. Route advised we have a barrel location. To incident 1124, RD 1474.
Roger, share me code, going code 3 from Valley Traffic.
DTL 47 responding code 3 from BTD to the old road and Sunshine Canyon Road.
No 44 Secretary now 132 for West 76 11. Prospect County mailbox 3840 Blackshirt Blackhand. Switches of 131 and
Engine Squad 116, full arrest. 18813 South Dillon Avenue, across the 186.
Temporary log us off. Roger.
Use your phone, sir.
5 William 3. And what's the place, please? 187, Squad 61, traffic collision ALS. 3880 West Valley Boulevard, across up Pomona Boulevard.
Be advised, northeast is coming to.
Okay, there we go.
203.
There we go. And we're back. We're back.
31355, 31355.
All right, let's see. Can you do a ride along with me? Yes. Scott at loudlabs.com. It will cost you some money. I apologize. Uh-oh. Smell of food on the stove. $300 for a half night, $500 for a full night. I apologize for having to charge you, but that's them the rules. That is splittable with somebody. So if you each wanted to do a half night, it only costs you $150 each. If you want to do a half night with 2 people, and I'll give you a little bit of a discount because you found me on this stream. But Scott at loudlabs.com. Yes, I am a finger typer. Is that a problem, Mel? I am a finger typer.
1575 Wilshire at the Home Depot, incident 982 or 9256.
The ride-alongs are $300 for a half night, which is 4 hours. $500 for a full night, which is 6 hours. And both of those will probably go over their time.
Are you clear?
Like I won't stick to exactly 4 hours. It'll be over 4 hours for a half night. For a full night, it'll be over 6 hours. But I do have to come up with some sort of structure.
7 Watch 3, come in. A 60-minute-old 415 man at Santa Monica in Vermont.
Do you get free gear with the ride-along? Depends on what I have on me, but I mean, I'm sure stickers and patches, but I don't know if I'll have anything else on me. Depends on when you ride with me. Most of my gear is not with me. It's with the people taking care of the merchandise. So I don't really carry gear. I do have some, took it out of my car the other day for the ride-alongs, but I do have, I had some ride-alongs a couple nights ago. I do have some press hats. I'm gonna have some LOUDLABS shirts, some logo shirts here soon. But whatever. How do you deal with family fatalities and it's I just turn it off. I turn my feelings off when I'm at a scene. Sometimes emotions run high for everybody involved, as we've talked about and as we've seen from a couple of streams ago. The victims were not the dude who went, you know, not the brother who was upset, but the fatality. The fatality apparently was a male. His sister reached out to me wanting a copy of the video. She has seen the live footage, but now she wants a copy of what it is I recorded. And she didn't seem mad or upset that I was there, like the other, like the family member that was mad and upset that I was there. But a lot of times what the family want is closure. It gives them closure. And what's crazy about it, we've talked about this before, is when usually people reach out to me that are friends of the family that say, hey, take this down, take this down. What if so-and-so sees this or finds this? I don't want them to see it or find it. Well, for them to see it or find it, they have to be looking for it. If somebody sends them the link, they have to open it. They have to press play. They know what it is they're pressing play on. So family members actually ask for footage and they say thank you for recording it because it gives them closure. Friends of the family aren't so like that. So now there's already a link between me and the guy who was upset. So there is a way for him to reach out and talk to me. I'm not going to reach out and talk to him. But there is a way for us to communicate if that was to be needed. Vanessa, it's at the end of 162. And then I haven't uploaded the footage yet. I wouldn't do that. You need to taser if somebody... All right, Benjamin. Let me give you a great example right now. Benjamin, do you have a brother or a sister?
I do not have this overdose at the 76 station behind the gas station. So it's a male, 45 years old, in a gold Mercedes-Benz, code 2 incident 1141 RD 952.
I get what you're saying, Benjamin, but I'm going to give you a great example right now. No, you have cousins. All right, that'll work. Let's say you roll up to a scene and you see your cousins involved in an accident. All right? Let's say your aunt and uncle are there too. Now you see a cameraman roll up. You go get into a fight with that cameraman. That cameraman tases you. You are going to go to jail and go to the hospital. How did you just help your aunt, uncle, and cousin? You didn't. You just made things worse. So if I would have fought that dude, or if I would have tased that dude, it would have made things worse today. At that moment right there, yeah, it would have solved my problem. But it would have made things worse later for him, for his family, for me, for my business, for everything. So the best thing I could do was avoid conflict, and I did. I looked like a little pansy live on the internet. Big deal, whatever. Nothing, there was no confliction, no confrontation, and that's what I tried to avoid. And if you noticed, I stayed there and did my job. The guy told me in so many words to get in my car and leave. Even called me the N-word a couple times. Told me to get in my car and leave. A lot of stringers, most of them, would have gotten their car, left, waited for the cops to show up, and then came back. I stayed there. I didn't really stand my ground, but I stayed there and did my job. I stayed there and did my job. Allie, I don't know about that. I look at it a different way. I did look like a little baby pansy. But you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Benjamin? Did you get my point? Plus, I don't want to ruin my equipment. And there's a good chance that dude's emotions would have beat me up. You know, he had me outweighed, had me in size. He didn't have me in old man strength, and he didn't have me in, you know, wits about you at the time. His emotions were running, but on those emotions alone, he probably could have lifted that car and got people out of there on his own. So the best thing to do is avoid conflict, and I did. I don't know if I handled it like a professional, but I did handle it.
broadcast on file incident 0450. It's from 1:34 a.m. about a 507 party.
Verify your location.
Ask you what me is on. We returned 2 follow-ups. He's not there, and we tried to call her back to the system. We're getting her voicemail.
985 Roger.
Other's office.
Making a information on a 507 party.
And then
116th Street.
when I do post the actual footage that I hit record with, because there was no zooming in on the live shots, so on my actual footage I did zoom in, but you don't really see any faces. I did zoom in to his brother, the guy laying on the ground, a couple times, and you can see his arm moving, so he is alive. Yeah, Benjamin, it is called defending myself, but I also have to look at the bigger picture. Was I in danger? I had the possibility of being in danger, but did he swing on me? No. And if he did swing on me, why would I? What? I'm not gonna start reaching around for a taser, or when somebody starts walking up to me, pull a taser on him. That just makes the things worse. That just makes things worse. So yeah, I'm allowed to defend myself, and if he would have started swinging on me, of course I would have defended myself. Absolutely, absolutely. But luckily, that didn't happen. Thank goodness. Getting beat up on my live stream. Ugh. What's worse, getting beat up on your live stream or being taken to jail on your live stream? I'd say getting beat up, for sure, beat up. Yeah, Vanessa, it was a fatal. 3 people were involved in that crash. One person, they say he was ejected, but I don't know if he was ejected. I want to say he crashed the door open, he fell out, or somebody helped him out, but he was laying on the ground when I got there. But he was too close to where the accident happened to have been ejected, in my opinion. Silver Fox, give me 1 minute. I lied about the minute. Give me maybe I didn't lie about the minute. Give me a few seconds. Here you go, right here. There's not many things on there now, but every month I'll add some stuff. It was episode number 162, the end of number 162. And no, it was a fatal traffic accident, guys. Solo vehicle crash. And I'm not quite sure, and I can ask all these questions if I want to the victim's sister, but the last thing I want to do is reach out to her and ask her things. But I don't know why family and friends were there so quick. Family and friends were there real quick. Because I was at a scene on the freeway. When I got back in the car from the motorcycle crash, I saw that there was an accident around the corner from me. So I figured, all right, I'll check out this accident on my way back to downtown. As I was on my way to that accident, it got bigger, as in it got bigger on the scanners. It went from a regular accident to a physical rescue. I was there before the firemen and the police got there. In my actual footage that I hit record with, it looks like, I mean, I can actually show it to you guys right now too. It looks like, actually I went through it already. I did go through it, I believe. I believe I went through it on the day after footage. Don't need to go through it again. But either way, the footage starts when fire department shows up. I didn't record any of that guy coming at me. There's no reason to record it. One, I knew I was live, so that captured everything. And 2, news stations don't want to see that. The news stations don't care that the victim's brother was upset that I was there. That doesn't change the story. That doesn't change the fact that there was a crash. The news stations just want to report the facts of the situation, not the drama around it. All while that crash was going on, a bigger story was going on in the valley at that exact same time. You can actually hear on number 162, as I'm on my way to the call, you'll hear on the scanners 2 calls, and if you don't know the difference between the 2, you'll think they're related. But you'll hear a double shooting come out, and then it comes out to a triple shooting. You'll hear all that on the scanners, and that's actually the shooting that was going on in Reseda at the same time.
In front of the residence, female black in a gray Mercedes walking in TR's vehicle. This is no 3601.
On the base point.
7885 will handle. 43 Mary Queen 53 showing a follow-up code 6 over the road 13. They took it to the park.
Yeah, 46, that's it.
Verify 1025.
Okay. 2178, 21, canceling to the 7097, 7885, watch 2 line. Take care of the park.
12 on Sunday, end of the park.
We're trying to figure out which over. Try logging on again under the rover show attached to it.
Call is 1022 for the alarm company.
1789005, last name, Sultan Leslie Charles Henry Ocean Ida, first name Kevin, Thomas Lane, middle of phonetically Mary Ida Nora.
I feel like that's a B-1 bomber. There's like 3 airplanes parked over there. I know there's the commercial airliner, and then I see those 2 jets. Well, that's a jet, and the other one looks like a, well, I guess that's a jet too. That should tell you where I'm staged.
24, you go ahead and offer
We're going to have rescue 840.
More of this property is going to come back for the full hour. Might have to deal with this a little bit later around lunchtime. Copy.
Oh, Rush. Thank you. Thank you very much for the nice comment. Everybody drink. Everybody drink.
Story break that it shows.
Silver Fox, where at? When you say we, where's we? Benjamin, are you talking about the incident at the car scene? Yeah, I'd say he was young. I mean, older than 8, definitely older than 18. But he was young. He wasn't old like me. He had a lot of life ahead of him. His brother looked young too. Well, Trooper, good for you. You go. You go. But not in your car. Make sure you use an Uber. All right, so we can use a good story right now. It's the weekend. A lot of stations are on skeleton crews, which means they don't have full crews out right now. We also have 2 cops dragged by a car last night, but live PD is in our area. Oh wow. Springfield, Missouri. Gotcha. Anyways, it is a skeleton crew. Stations don't have full crews right now. Most of the station's crews are at the 2 top stories, and they won't be able to send anybody to other stories. So hopefully I can fill in those gaps if something happens. Yeah, Frank, that's just a few blocks away from the crash that I covered the other night that we were just talking about. The one at the end of episode number 162. That's
due to a major incident in Holmvik Division, Central Bureau is on tactical alert status. OCB TAC 2 channel 36
there it is.
All other areas are on.
It's about 12 blocks away because mine was about 38th Street, Avenue 38, and this was Avenue 26. So, Kit Kat, I am, I believe, 44. I believe 44, if I'm not mistaken. It's 43 or 44. Not quite sure. The 2 top stories is a officer involved shooting and a off-duty officer or off-duty deputy killed. Both of those happened overnight. I know it's old. How am I not sure? Because I stopped counting, and then I would have to do some math. So I know about. I think it's 44. I think it's 44.
Central units, this is a tactical alert broadcast. Due to a major incident in Colvick Division, Central Bureau is on tactical alert status.
Engine 125, squad 68. Burn injury, 26501 Agora Road, cross
What's up, Jonathan?
Road, Sheriff on scene.
3649 Rogers, Rosen now.
Station, or are you on a follow-up from here in 450?
17 Echo 30, we're here 5401 McConnell Avenue at Expo in LA. Mail on premises with a code 2 and 1171 RG 1463.
355, 355, and
3 clear, incident 1154.
449 in progress, 8953 South Harvard Discovery, incident 1157, 90, 1273, no 77 units available.
Yes, Southwest officer 1167. Also deal with monetization. Right to be 211.
Come on, story.
Cheers, waiting on the third floor. Incident 1147.
What's up, our free? Good morning. Benjamin, I didn't think so at the time. I was more worried about getting the shot and avoiding the situation, but after looking back at the live video, I would say, yeah, it sure did look like it and sound like it. But at the time it was happening, I wasn't. I was more concerned about, if I was scared, I would have gotten in my car and left. But I was more concerned about getting him out of my way to do my job. I understand why he was upset I was there. I needed him to get out of my way so I could do what I had to do. So at the time, no. But after looking at the video, it sure sounds like I was. Power. Do I notice the type of trends of stories you get day or weekend? I don't know what you mean by look like a push broom on my upper lip. That's so true. I don't quite know what you mean. I usually get night stories, and night stories tend to sell better, more. I'm able to work right now during the day because it's the weekend. I don't have to deal with a lot of traffic. More shootings at night, more during the day type of thing. I'm not out here to cover shootings. I'm not out here to cover shootings. That's not why I work at night. I don't work at night so I can cover more shootings. I work at night because there's less news covering. Not less news to be had, less news companies, less cameramen, less other competition at night. During the day, my competition is ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. Not just the regular competitors, the actual news stations themselves. So that's why it's better at night. That's why it's called shot in the dark, not shot in the day. Did my wife see that like? What are you talking about? Did your wife see that like? Did my wife see that like totally wow? Or how what are you talking about? Oh, did my wife see the live? She didn't see it live as it went down, but I did show her it last night. I did show her yesterday. Boom. Well, I love your work, Mark. Thank you very much. Thank you for the $2. $2 make me holla. Woo, woo. You can tell how old I am just by that motion right there. Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it. Has it been pretty busy? Ryan, it's always busy. We live in a place where there's millions of people. There's never not something going on. It might not necessarily happen near you, but there's something going on in the Los Angeles market. And you gotta remember the Los Angeles market is Palm Springs to Santa Barbara to the top of San Diego. So all the way to Las Vegas. It's a big circle, it's a big area. Thank you for your service, Flight. I appreciate it. Chasing that story, it's a great job. What's up, Canada? It is a great job. It is a great job. I like it. I like it. It's exciting. I get to make my own hours. That's probably the biggest plus for me when it comes to this job. Not only that I was naturally gifted at it. No, not only that I was that I naturally picked it up, and I naturally picked it up for a few reasons. There's a lot of things for this job, and all you have to do is be good at a few of them. If you're good at one of them, great. If you're good at a few of them, awesome. If you're good at all of them, whew, I was close to being good at all of them. But the one thing I lack in is scanner radio knowledge. And when I say that, I'm talking about the programming side, which is really simple and easy. The programming side and the frequencies and which antenna and all that crap. That's the one thing I never learned. But I got everything else. I got everything else handled. Great driver, know my way around town, good cameraman, good hustle, quick on the computer. Boom. All you just gotta be good at one of those things. If you're good at none of them, stringing's not for you. And if you're looking at it as a career, stringing's not for you. Stringing's a hobby that pays. There's only a few people that are lucky enough to turn it into a career. And I don't know if you would consider them lucky. Ask them. Ask them if they consider themselves lucky. I do. Benjamin, doesn't matter to me. I don't care how many subs I get. I'm not here for subs. I'm here to keep myself busy in between stories. And it also seems like I'm also kind of bringing stringers together where other stringer companies don't quite try to bring other stringers together, especially the known stringers, the known stringer companies. I have no idea, Jonathan. I have no idea. I just know how much my first camera cost, but I got it for Christmas, and I got it before I started doing the job. Then I got the job, and then I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's because I have an endless amount or an abundance of. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I do what it takes to get what I need.
20 North 31, 36, 37.
We'll be right back.
William 82. Go ahead and hear there. North Hollywood, red line, lower level platform.
527, North Hollywood Red Line, lower line platform.
And we're back.
So the confirm suffer from a broken left arm. Was it due to an assault? No, 60 watch 3, 19Z5 watch 2 is getting one.
And a robbery, Dakota, plate 8 X-ray
7
7065.
RE9935 making Boulevard to Starbucks.
So Jonathan, are you a stringer?
The vehicle's got about a quarter tank of gas.
Are you? And I used to know every stringer. I really did. And I really made it a point to know every stringer. I really did. There was a time where I knew every single stringer, and if I didn't know you, I would walk up to you and introduce myself. I kind of still do that sometimes. Didn't know you, I would walk up to you and introduce myself. I kind of still do that sometimes if I'm not busy. If I see a new face, I'll walk up and introduce you. But if I have to make my feed, I'll walk up and introduce myself. But if I'm like in a hurry and I have to do a feed, then I'm gonna go to my car and do my thing, and then I don't want to bother you and stop you from doing your thing. But if it's something where it's like 11:15 and we both have our footage and we know we're not feeding until after midnight, then maybe I'll go say hello and introduce myself. But anyways, Jonathan, are you a stringer? And obviously you do it for a hobby, right? And I've never had a problem with Gabriel. Every time I've seen him, we were fine. But for some reason, he blocked me on Instagram. Made me sad. I don't know what's up with it. Hmm.
702512.
You guys there? Hello?
Yeah, 47, sorry, yeah. Somebody else.
Another place on the last David, Ida, Adam, Frank, Ida, Mary, Paul, Adam, license status is valid.
Oh, good, it's back.
Eric Green 53, can I get the date of birth on that? 291, ambulance battery suspect, 682 South Coronado Street at the Transitional Housing 214. Code 2 incident 1195, ready 245.
Is there a soccer game today? I think there's a soccer game today. I think. Well, thank you, Flower Power. Thank you.
Unable to locate patient. Cancel my squad, cancel my ambulance.
355, can I get a copy control? My location is going to be 42nd west of River.
Why?
65, 42nd west of River.
Why?
I'll tell you about the ringer.
Show me clear. And there's a watch. Good night.
You guys have any fun plans for today? Any fun plans for tonight? Any fun plans for tomorrow? What you guys do? Why aren't you guys keeping me busy in between calls? Why are you just sitting here watching me stare off into the distance? Come on, guys.
gas station, close to 0192 and already 1762.
Squad 39, medical rescue with Sheriff and Round, North Sierra Highway, West Avenue, IND. 570 Victor Robert. The low tech is
Boating. Right on.
Victor, plated 7, Mary.
Nothing wrong with boating.
011.
Boating.
The 2004 Chevy
Lake
Charlie
River.
15.
Which? Lake or river? Different rules apply for either. Some of the same apply for both. We might go to Sammy's camera. Ooh, sunbathing and skiing. You have nothing to do. Binge watching Orange is the New Black. Pier fishing Belmont. Nice. Currently working. Off the grid in San Diego. You're not off the grid right now though. And with a name like that, I wonder what you're doing off the grid in San Diego. Am I required to carry pepper spray? Who's going to require it, Benjamin? My boss?
The north end of Compton lost the signal. We'll try to reacquire. Engine Patrol 132, Squad 107, seizure.
FS 46. We might have talked about this before, but I just want to ask again. Are you a firefighter at Fire Station 46? Coincidence that you use FS 46? Are you a fan of 46s? Do you live in that area? River. No sharks or alligators. 16 miles, ski up and down. Right on. River. Things be a moving. Things be a moving. Live in the area. Gotcha. Do you do any fishing? Not in the past decade. I would say I did some fishing as a kid. Never knew how to fly fish, but you know, everyone starts with bluegill. So bluegill, bass, catfish, trout in some streams. Definitely have done deep sea fishing, but that was only once. Fell asleep on a boat, woke up somewhere else, and we went fishing. But haven't done any. I used to do some midnight missions back in the 90s at some local golf courses and local parks, but haven't really done anything since then. Don't really get into fishing. Gotcha, FS.
Incident information. Incident 123.
Engine 57, go ahead.
Well, hello, Mom. Hi, Mom. Everybody say hi to my mom. She's here. No, you're not gonna see. You're not gonna see her leave a comment. She watches the stream and sends me texts, and she's up watching right now. Hi, Mom. I'm surprised my dad's not here. I know why Wendy's not here. Wendy's busy right now, but I'm surprised my dad's not here, or MK. I'm hoping MK shows up. That'd be cool. You work days now? Jay, no, I work when I work. I got a good night's sleep last night, and I have opportunity to work during the day, which means it's a weekend, so I'm going to jump on it and take it. I've already made $2 in donations, so I'm ahead of the game. And Lisa and I already made our evening plans. We have plans for the evening, and we both plan on napping when we put Bronson down for a nap this afternoon. So I'm going to work until Bronson's nap, then I'm going to go home and nap, and then Lisa and I are going to go hang out with the family in a little bit.
All other areas are on modified tactical alert status.
Yeah, Mom, I didn't work last night, and I got your text message. Sorry. It's not something we're going to talk about here, or I'm not going to talk about it. You can text whatever you want. No one's going to see it, but sorry. Scott, I need to contact you. I'm always coming across. FS, Scott at loudlabs.com. You can find me, Scott at loudlabs.com. Or my Instagram, Scottlane_. Don't contact me on Facebook. I don't run Facebook. It'll get to me, it just won't get to me as fast as Instagram or Scott at LOUDLABS. Scott at LOUDLABS is probably the fastest.
TPI Foods, 1120 West Foothill, North Lauren Avenue. Clinton Squad 29, unconscious, 345 in Big Mountain Avenue. Telluride Drive.
There's no exact match on the DOB.
Mom, I think Chris invited himself to tonight, and he might even, I knew he was going to bring his bus. I knew it. I haven't talked to him about it, but apparently Lisa's like, did you talk to him? Because he's going to bring his bus. I knew he was going to bring his bus, but he might even bring his pop-up and try to promote his bus, and it's getting all out of control. The city's not going to go for that. So either way, if he does come tonight, then we can talk to him about the golf tournament. But he should be coming tonight. Dude's getting all up into my life. I said life. I'm funny. I'm so funny. I think it's time for another energy drink. I've already had one today. Hey, a sponsorship. So I did find out about Bangs. Bangs do not sponsor anyone. They do not sponsor. He has a no sponsor rule. He does promote like crazy though. Bam! Boom! That's funny. Thanks for the $5. I mean, thanks for the $4.20 plus tax.
Battery domestic violence, suspect 922.
I'm not a big fan of the cotton candy. I'll drink it, but I'm not a big fan of the cotton candy. But anyways, he promotes, but he doesn't sponsor. And when I say the difference between promote and sponsoring, sometimes it's the same. Like you can give somebody product, and that's promoting and sponsoring. But once you pay them, now it's straight sponsoring. He doesn't pay; he promotes. He will pay for people to go places and promote his product, things like that. Like he'll send a bunch of girls to Hawaii and have them wearing his product and, you know, handing out his product and promoting his product like that. But he's not going to find a surfer in Hawaii and put a sticker on his board and pay him to promote the product. The product seems to be promoting itself.
Cemetery is 253 the suspect there now, 1355 West 60th Street, 1355.
Mel, I know some people in Detroit. I did have one guy, but he ended up getting a job with the station, so he moved on to bigger and better things. It's not really a stringer market. I know there's tons of fires and tons of shootings, but it's not really newsworthy.
Can you contact the CSP and see if they can have a supervisor respond to the CP in Hollenbeck?
Yeah, Vanessa, I know. My mom hasn't seen it yet. We haven't talked about it. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. She just knows that I got 3 hits on the story. And that's all she cares about. I mean, she does care about the
outside investigation.
the other stuff, but she doesn't know about what we're talking about when we talk about the fatal accident. I thought I was gonna get into a fight live on a stream, Mom. It's at the end of episode 162. Starts around the 2-hour 17-minute mark. But I start to boom, some more money. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if I handled it well, but I handled it. So, and there was no confliction, no confrontation. So it was handled. I don't know if it was handled well. Lesson learned for a lot. Like I said, when it was happening, I wasn't scared. But when I was watching the footage, it sure sounded like I was. No, I didn't find out how the crash happened, but I believe there's possible whippets found in the vehicle. I know it was a solo vehicle crash and it was going fast. If I was, when I left there, I was watching them, you know, do some of their investigation, flashlight, skid marks, things like that. It looks like he was traveling southbound on Fig and just didn't make that left-hand turn. Total of 3 people in it. And now I got the sun coming right at me.
What's the shift?
As a second call back to care to not answer and to not leave on the trouble.
If you watch in the video, you'll see that at some point I just start to use the fire trucks for the in-between, just trying to stay out of his peripheral, just trying to stay out of his way. Because if you notice, every time he saw me, then he started to walk towards me. So if you look, I was going back and forth behind the fire trucks. 1, that keeps me out of the way of the firefighters. 2, it kept me out of the way of his peripheral. And you got to remember, I only need to get 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there, 10 seconds here. That's why on the live video, it looks terrible. When I was showing my wife yesterday, she couldn't see it. She's like, "You're moving too much. You're moving too much." I go, "That's what happens on the live." So then I showed her the other footage, and she's like, "Oh." And if you watch the live, you'll see how everything kind of takes place until I turn it off. On the other stuff, you'll see it all take place, but it takes place super quick because I'm only filming 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. And then at some point, you'll see where it picks up where the live stopped. Because I didn't keep it live until it was over. I stopped it. I kind of do that sometimes, I've noticed. I'll stop it in the middle of the action, which is good and bad. The main 2 reasons I do it: 1, always leave them wanting more, and 2, as soon as I go to my car, I'm super busy and I don't need the stress of people watching me do my job, sending the footage out. So sometimes I'll say goodbye, that way I don't have to worry about you guys while I'm doing my actual job. Vanessa, I believe I might have went through the footage on episode 163. I think I went through it on the stream, if I'm not mistaken. SPS. All right, so he brought that up a couple times, and you notice I said nothing both times. No reason for me to say anything. There's no reason. That is that going to help the situation by telling him that I'm the boss? Is that gonna? That's not going to help any situation. It's not going to help. And once he started saying he's going to tell my boss, I kind of started feeling like, okay, we're not going to fight. You're going to try to talk your way out of. You're going to try to talk me. You're going to try to talk to somebody about getting me fired. Now I know that the situation has de-escalated a little bit. At first, we were fighting. Then he wanted to get me fired. No reason to be a smartass to get it back up to fighting. We all knew, and I knew, and you guys knew. And so it, you know, kind of all made us have a little inside joke, fun time at the time of a serious situation. So there's no reason for me to have been a smartass at that time. Now it's different. Now it's like, well, duh. Who are you gonna call? You know, but you also have to stop and think about it too. What are we talking about right now? We're talking about a bad situation, and here we are making light of it. Well, at least I am. And I kind of have to. And I apologize if there are any friends or family close to the situation we're talking about watching. I do apologize. But at the same time, now hopefully this the guy who came after me, we'll call him the victim's brother. Hopefully the victim's brother never has to go through anything like this again. Also, hopefully he sees the live video and the video that I recorded, and he sees how he made things worse. He made things worse for the police officers, made things worse for the firefighters, made things worse for his family, made things worse for me, but I don't count at those scenes. I don't count. Now, my friends and family believe I count at that scene, but when I'm at those scenes, I don't count. Firefighters count, police officers count, victims count. I don't count. Yeah, yep. Heightened emotion. He was in protective mode. I know. That's why I was understandable with his situation. He didn't know that I wasn't zooming in on his brother's face. He didn't know that what I was doing and what I wasn't doing. All he saw was me with a camera and looking for someone to blame.
North of Wilshire on a black 44 gate plate.
Judy, this was live number 162 that we're talking about. And
Metro from
has my life ever been in danger on my job? Not really. I can't remember a time when my life was ever in danger.
Can we go
Like where I was in danger of losing my life.
To 87.
No.
Traffic in that traffic collision, Caesar Chavez and Evergreen. I don't know if injuries. It's been 1287 or D457.
What's going on at Caesar Chavez and Evergreen?
471, 4871, ambulance traffic, Caesar Chavez and Evergreen, Caesar Chavez and Evergreen.
There's a dead dog on the 110 freeway at Florence. That makes me sad. There's a car fire in the valley.
Go to the station for 511, 140, 11, 10, 19, AMX.
Coming up. There's surgeons there.
911, suspect is a male white, wearing gray shirt, black pants with red stripes, white black shoes, standing across from PR South, yelling at PR, threatening them with a stick.
13 in control.
113.
What's up, North Carolina?
Code 6 Central Station, 315 ambulance, Lima Mexico has 3930 and a half, West 27th Street, code 2, and 77 or 314.
What's up, Dodgers?
Station, confirm that's on incident 1020.
Go Dodgers. Why you let the Angels beat you? What's up with that? What's up with that? That's not cool.
7512.
Can't be trying to win a World Series and let the Angels sweep you. What's up with that?
273.5 APCF, condition of probation, the DOB of 11, cushion 1, 1085. Same name.
G. Marie, what kind of CAD?
43 tangled in the power lines at 8120 East Whitmore. St. Gabriel Boulevard.
Alright, 835-7512 returns to Georgia. Winona Chapman. License status is valid.
Dr. Mark, it originated in the 90s out of a story, like a comic book type story.
Control City Fire 98 10917 Jamie for a psych.
G Marie, no.
11W92. Clear.
If I'm not mistaken, that would be illegal. Now, I've worked with companies in the past that have had illegal access to it. It was a long time ago, so I'm not accusing anybody right now. Like, it's over 10 years old, I believe. They had access to it at one time, and then supposedly disabled it, but because they had access to it one time, that doesn't mean they don't have access to it again. But I don't have access to LA County, LA City Fire CAD. The only thing I have access to is CHP. Everybody has access to CHP, Traffic Incident Information Log. So I do have that. And I have Pulse Point. Pulse Point is a good tool too. Not a fan of it at first, but I am now. What's going on in Slauson?
With a baby in hand, she's a male, black 51160 with a gold nightgown, shoes, and a hairnet cap.
Number 1182. Where's 1182? What the heck? What you talking about, Willis?
I'm
confused. Where are you at? Those are just lies. Lies. Lies.
11L60 watch 2, come in. We're close to the thank you.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. Vehicle versus dump truck. Okay. Are you ready for some football?
There is no building 200 and 400. There's only one entrance.
On the ground.
718.
NRD 1256.
3031.
Good morning to you, Mr. Pest.
Alameda Trade Center.
Information only on incident 1300.
That's because my talking doesn't make sense. That's why you like it. But it makes complete sense.
1623, the subject is now Glen Oaks. Game.
We have a vision unit responding to the Stonewall Park.
Well, Tammy, I hope I don't defend you. I hope I don't offend you. That's what I meant. I hope I don't offend you. Yeah, I exist during the day too. I'm around day and night. And I probably need to shave this crap off my face. I look like an idiot. I look like an idiot. I'm probably going to get a text from my mom right now that's a smile face text. She doesn't like it. G Maria, that's because I was sleeping. Never mad when I'm sleeping. I don't mind missing calls if I'm sleeping. If I'm out, staged, and the call comes out and I miss it, then I'm mad. That's a bad day for everybody around me. But if I'm sleeping and I miss it, I'm not mad. There'll be another one tomorrow. There'll be another one tomorrow. Or hopefully there'll be one today. Hopefully there'll be another one today. Not that type of story, but a story.
73 and monitor their NBC for a message, please.
No, Mark, I haven't. There's no need. It's already happening. If you watch the news, it's already taken place. I shoot breaking news. That's not breaking news. All it's going to do is turn into a party in the desert. That's it. Anybody going there is going there to not be sober and listen to music. That's what it's turning into. Nobody's going there to watch other people storm a government base. That's not happening. What's going to happen is it's a party. It's probably going to be the biggest party nearest a government base ever. And it'll happen every year. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to Roswell. Besides the original Roswell. But no one's gonna rush the base. Doesn't matter how drunk you get or how high you get. Nobody's rushing a base. Now, a couple people might try because they're drunk and be like, we can do this. And then they get over a barrier and they're like, we gotta walk 5-10 more miles to the next barrier? All right, let's do it. And then they get there and they get through that barrier fence. And they're like, oh, we gotta walk another 10 miles? So what's gonna happen is the government's just gonna start plucking little people off here or there and arresting people who think they can do it, but you can't. Now, here's what's crazy too is the drones. There'll be lots of drones going on at that time. Drones from media, drones from people who bring their drones, drones from the government. So there'll be some drone wars going on, but it's going to turn into a party. I've seen this sweater, this shirt, which cracks me up because it says first annual party in the desert or whatever. It's not first annual. It's first ever. But it's not first annual. You can't have a first annual. You can have a second annual. You can have a first possible annual.
There's no acknowledgement. You need to go outside.
Nothing's going on, Janet. We're just talking like usual. Usually, anytime somebody comes onto this stream and they're in the middle of it, the exact same thing is going on that's usually going on. I'm sitting in a car talking to myself, talking to a phone. Every once in a while, I'll drive around and go somewhere and I'll take you guys with me. That's what's going on. Nothing, you haven't missed anything? Inaugural, there you go. Yes, there is Burning Man. This is going to turn into a Burning Man, turn into a Coachella. Blink 182 is going to be headlining it in like a year or two. Roswell 2, Roswell 3, Roswell 4, or who knows what they're going to call it, Area 51. They're going to call it 51-2. Who knows?
181 at Central Station, incident 1252.
What's up, Bob Clark? How you doing?
9676 to Hunger Canyon Boulevard.
Darn.
7 Reading Metro, black phone, red line.
31.517 to Metro Red Line Type 1.
679, no further. Attention all units, this is a tactical alert broadcast due to a major incident in Holmbeck Division. Central Bureau is on tactical alert status. All other areas are on modified tactical alert status.
What's up, Matt?
OCD
What's up, Micah?
Channel 36 is restricted for this occurrence.
Make sure you listen to your dad today. You got that, Micah? You got that, Matt? Listen to your dad today, and I bet you he gets you some ice cream tonight.
Stating that he is waiting for police on the stairwell. Additional incident 1261.
3521, request equipment form.
SG2 Roger, LAPD's been attached.
Attention all units, this is a tactical alert broadcast due to a major incident in Holmbeck Division. Central Bureau is on tactical alert status. All other areas are on modified tactical alert status. OCD TAC 2 Channel 36 is restricted for this occurrence. 1 Adam 12 and 1 Adam 2, watch 5, and clear and watch. 1 LA, Roger. When I try to stop by the fire sunset, commercial weapons sunset, parking lot 6 X-ray John.
First name of 1942. Male Hispanic Brown, Hazel 56.
That's the no story flip face. Ooh, maybe this will work. Yeah, Tammy, it has to do with 2 major stories that happened overnight, but they're talking specifically about one. The incident is a off-duty deputy was shot and killed.
Cesar Chavez and Evergreen.
up near Avenue 26 in Figueroa, about 12 blocks away from that crash that we've been talking about all day.
Female black, 40 years old.
Breaking the lockdown.
Yeah, Bob. I've watched the replay a couple times now too, and you can just hear it in my voice. All I wanted to do was just do my job. You can tell that I just wanted to do my job. Just leave me alone. Let me do my job. That's kind of what it sounded like. If you read between the lines, that's what you heard. You heard, "Come on, leave me alone. Let me do my job." That's what you heard without hearing it. Vero, no. Actually, his brother was the one laying on the ground. As far as I know, he did not die. There were two people trapped in the car. One person in the car did die. The other did not. The person in the car that died, his sister has reached out for me for a copy of the video, and she doesn't seem upset that I was there. She actually wants a copy of the video. She saw the live footage. She saw it. Now she wants a copy of my actual footage, which means somehow, some way, through, you know, community or whatever, she knew who I was or knew of the stream. Ah, Ronnie. You're welcome. Thank you. Ronnie, have you seen the show? If you like the channel, then you'll really like the show. Have you seen the show on Netflix? What are we? 77 minutes in? And first time I talked about Netflix? That might be a record. That might be a record. Show season 2. You're watching season 2, RG. You're watching it. Every once in a while you'll see on scene. Every once in a while you'll see RMG. That is a record. Haha, Jerry. Haha, you're so fun.
Engine 162, squad 161, check scene in the back of 13809.
Well, thank you, Marcella. Thank you very much. Does anybody recognize my shirt? If you're a skater, you might, but it's not the skater logo. But anybody recognize my shirt? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, I gave a little bit too much away. Oh, gave a little too much away. Yeah, Janet, I got a lot of sleep last night. That's why I'm out right now. Well, Bob, there you go. Right now, we only got one design. One design. You can have any color. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. Right now, we don't have much up there, but we do have things available. There will be some new stuff put up there next week, I believe. Press patches and logo hats. And I'm working on logo shirts. And something else. Right, there was 4 things. I just said 3. What was the 4th? Hat? Maybe there's other hats. I don't know anymore. Well, thank you, Mr. Buck, or Miss Buck. Mrs. Buck. Thank you, Buck. Coffee mugs. I like that idea, Allie. It's a simple idea to fulfill. So I do like that idea. I think I would have done black mugs with the white wording and white logo. That's really easy to do. I know my mom and my wife and my dad would appreciate them.
Engine 236, squad 36, unconscious, 417 East Hovland Street, Neptune Avenue.
Damn.
Engine 106, rescue 106, engine 72, Black Force 105, rescue 105, engine 104, heavy rescue 3.
Well, Ronnie, there's the link. You can buy yourself one. Hats are going quick, I won't lie. Hats are going quick.
509 Sataquoy Street, across the Stale. Channel 8 response, TAC 17, TAC 17. In the area 105.
46, that'll be pretty well covered. It would be cool to cover that live, but I'm not staying live with you guys for another 2 hours. But that thing's gonna be pretty well covered. The helicopters will come out for that. All the stations will be along the route. And I'm guessing they're going to the coroner's office. And I've shot that a couple times.
833, you've been attached. Engine 33, you can discontinue. Engine rescue 833 is 430 west 69.
Shut up. First source, shut your mouth.
Engine 94, rescue 94, person down, 51, Obama.
Shut up. Please, please find out who it is. Send me his Instagram or Facebook. Because
intersection east 103rd and Central.
I guarantee you he has a picture of it somewhere. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's a compliment. I guess I call it a compliment, but also that's a straight rip. And there's no way. Now, if he had it first, I want to know who that is. I want to know who it is, and I want to say, I'm sorry for taking your idea. But to my knowledge, I'm the only one that has that. I can't believe somebody else does. That's crazy.
Central.
Incident 1343.
It's 34.
Calvert repair. The West Wing 3570 Eastern Drill Highway, room 16, California Avenue.
834, Roger, on scene.
430 West 69th Street. FD is also responding. Initially 1258.
Metro from Rescue 804, we're on scene at 450 East Boucher. We're being redirected to 441 East Boucher by Sheriff. You can show us back en route.
And FS64, because that's going to be very well covered by the stations, it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to not cover it, still string and hang out, because not in that area per se, but hang out because if there is something that happens, let's say in the city of Inglewood there's a big fire, stations won't be covering it because they're going to be covering that procession. And like I said, they're on a skeleton crew. There's only so many cameramen they have available for them to choose from today. So I won't be streaming with you guys at that time, but I might be out and about. We'll see.
She's wearing a white striped shirt and black pants. Incident 1316.
SPS. That's a funny question, but I guess if you donate a hundo, I'll go home and shave.
106 here in Santa Coy and Sale. Looks like you have a 2-car TA.
But I'm guessing nobody wants me to shave that bad. I guess everything is for sale.
Roger, Engine 106, units running physical rescue 22509 Santa Coy, Engine 106 on scene, 2-car TA.
Ambulance here, West Colony. Suspect vehicle was left in unknown direction.
Alright, we're on our way to a vehicle versus pedestrian. It sounds like it's turned into a vehicle versus pedestrian hit and run. If I get transport, depending on the severity of the injuries, possible story, possibly a story, it's a possible story. If it's a fatal, it's for sure a story. We have about 5-minute ETA.
We're going to keep rescue 105 also.
We almost witnessed the TA right there.
Flight Force 105, Roger. It's responding to traffic, physical rescue. Engine 106, rescue 106. Flight Force 105, rescue 105, handle it.
Dude, this guy, this white car is all up on people's butts, dude. Look at her. Wow. And she's a lift. That's not, dude. It's a good way to get fired, Miss Lift. It's a real good way to get fired.
Ambulance traffic, Uber at 55, Uber at 55, it's Brooklyn in 1353, RD 1375.
70 drive.
3, correction, 320, Rugby Avenue.
14 rescue 33, medium dispatch on a motorcycle. Intersection of Hooper across 55th Street. Intersection 9 across Figueroa. Rescue 747.
Rescue 105 from truck, come on down here where truck 105 is. We have 120. Yes, it is important to maybe town.
8th in town or 80th in town? We got a structure fire coming out, but I don't know. We got a loom up too, but I don't know if it's in downtown. I'm gonna be really bummed. We were just near downtown, and now
209. We have no reports of any.
it's in downtown. Damn.
Structure fire in your first in.
Damn. They got a loom up.
Down there to you. Copy that, and we'll cut it. Rescue 105 loose end. Thanks.
Hopefully it's just a rubbish call. Hopefully it's not a building fire, because from where we were staged, if we were to leave right now, we would have a chance of getting that fire.
March 12, George 12,
106 and 105s. I'm going to go ahead and give the tag back. We'll go to 3.
Section 105, and a male with mental illness, 1 Gateway Plaza Drive, Coastal 1324, and RD 119.
1-815 Southwest Airlines.
Central Light 105, you can go ahead and have tag 17 back.
Black Force 105, roger.
So this is 209 Hilton Belt from a fire watch attached with the truck on the structure.
Engine 209, make a request to town 7.
Metro Engine 209, truck's available and attached to our truck on the structure.
Engine 9, truck 9, engine 209, rescue 209, task force 10, rescue 17, score.
Oscar, no locations. If you know where I am, good for you. If you give out my location, you'll get blocked.
Structure fire. At the intersection of 8th and Stanford. Channel 9, tag 12.
Is that cool, Oscar? Are you cool with that?
Rescue 36, teacher, expose yourself.
Cool. Thank you for being cool.
819 Street, but we have an outside rubbish.
Outside rubbish fire, yay! Outside rubbish fire, yay! So I made the right choice. Well, I made the right choice by, as in I didn't make the wrong choice. I don't know if this is the right choice yet. We'll find out in about 30 seconds.
Ambulance Squad 31, injury ALS 15932 George Avenue, East Alondra Boulevard.
Metro with truck 9, you copy that size up?
So it's an outside rubbish fire, but we should be coming up on a vehicle versus pedestrian hit and run here, right in front of us. I don't know if it's doesn't look like it's actually on this street, so it'd be
go to Huntington Memorial to pick up personnel.
On a different street up there.
The person that hit the person is still waiting for PD and a blue BMW.
Jesus, man. Come on, man. Fuck. So crazy.
Yeah, Metro.
What's up, guys?
To be your incident 386.
Alright, well,
Metro, truck 9. We're on scene, truck 9, engine going out, handle outside rubbish. Cancel everyone else, take the tack back.
yeah, it's not a fatal. I kind of missed transport for the most part. So, yeah, it's not really a story.
Yeah, Metro engine 209, did you copy truck 9? Size up. No one's coming back on them on channel 9.
Truck 9, the dispatcher heard you and it's back to 7, stating that truck 9, engine 209 will handle.
Yeah, that's correct. Truck 9, engine 209 is going to handle outside rubbish.
Truck 9, engine 9, roger. Units responding to the structure fire at the intersection of 8th and Stanford. Truck 9, engine 209 will handle.
Sure, Rescue 810 on scene 9 Pacific. We find nothing. You have anything further?
This gate 10 is call key for CHP standby.
Metro engine 21, you can cancel engine 14. We have 33 on scene.
Engine 14, to discontinue your cancel. Medical alert 207 East 112th Street.
So radio check on 9.
Well, hello, Dad. I had a feeling you'd show up here at some point during the day. Hi, Dad.
97 code 30 Victor 58 2000 Woodland Hills Pool code 2 is 1373 or 2173.
Northwest 170, medical alarm 162 District 2429 West 19th Street, South Daphne Avenue. Engine 129, qualification, messages only, 134th District. Engine 129 cancellation. South alarm lot 15, what's the one on the vehicle, ma'am?
Yeah, Metro engine 2.
31, what's the one on the vehicle on the plate?
We got a pursuit. Pursuit's at 103rd in Normandy. We're at 103rd in Avalon, so it's a few miles away from us. Oh, 1022. 1022 the pursuit. Watch commander said, stop chasing the bad guy.
1022 the pursuit, per the watch commander, 1022 the pursuit. Passion channel cleared at 8:11 hours.
But you guys didn't know that. That if you run from the police, sometimes the police will let you go. It's probably not a good lesson to be taught. But, I mean, it happens all the time. And those guys tell their friends. And that's why people run, because they know they can get away. Now, there are rules to 1022 in the pursuit termination. Meaning, if you just rob somebody with a gun, they're not going to let you go. But if you ran a stoplight or a stop sign and you're being chased, they're gonna let you go. If you just committed a murder, they're not gonna 1022 the pursuit. And that's sheriff's and LAPD's pursuit policy. If a city, like a private city like Pasadena PD, Long Beach PD, Downey PD, if those guys get behind you, or even CHP, there's no 1022 in the pursuit. You're going to jail. But LAPD and LA sheriffs have had so many situations where innocent people get injured due to police chasing a traffic infraction. You chase a traffic infraction and you kill somebody, was that worth trying to give that dude a ticket? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we almost had a pursuit. Paul Tech, to be honest with you, that actually turned out good. That's a great example. The fact that the cops didn't do anything at that time showed how cool those cops are under pressure, and then they went and let the detectives detect. They've arrested everybody involved. 4 people in total, I believe. Everybody involved has been arrested for that those water incidences. And the cops probably enjoyed it at the time, but you can't do that to a cop. So, yeah, 4 people have been arrested, and it did turn out good. And I'm glad it was caught on camera. It teaches people lessons. It's very disrespectful. And they were caught.
Adam George.
Yeah, Flower Power. You can actually hear that call going down during the time that I'm on my way to the fatal crash that we've been talking about tonight, where the victim's brother wasn't happy I was there. That was happening. That call you're talking about, that was going down at the exact same time. You can actually hear the call on the scanners. You can hear LAPD ask for, and LA City Fire ask for more units because there's more victims.
Unit 11, Thompson.
105, 106, got a standby waiting for PD. We've got one vehicle blocking the intersection and we can't move. Rescue 106 is handling an AMA.
Yeah, they called off the chase. They 1022.
Call back.
Call back. True, from Rescue 804, you can show us, we just made patient contact at 441, East okay.
On a 2019 Ford, late Alaska, James.
We had a company from Manpower and also have them meet us on 10 when possible.
Out of orders. Camilla.
Engine squad, Medic, Glendora, Northbound, 330 West Route 66, room 115, South Beaumont Avenue.
Farm caused by scenery.
Enter there, Roger.
You check the return, please.
Somebody that's 13 years older, so we're not sure which one it is.
Engine squad 37, 3 ALN, 5228725, Affirmative 7, 638.
Metro 2-1, could get an ETA for PD, for instance, we're blocking the intersection with the vehicle needs tow.
Just 21, Roger. Drive. 46 person down, 330 West 52nd place.
Alright, so you can get into 22, we're making contact now.
The deal is 7413 and 73. First at Ponciano.
Bam! Thank you very much.
49 rescue 209 both on the radio. 54 expiration 620.
Thank you. Life's what you make of it.
Cross 7.
Thank you so much. Thank you. First Source News, are you still with us?
Code 4.
First Source, are you still here?
Copy, go for 249 on Planning Street. No trouble. 5244 140th, 5244 West 140. Open line on the cell phone. Subject's heard in the background. Sam 6, copy. Head over there from the outside of the city. 4 David.
284, squad 134, testing 134 is Mr. 3118 West Avenue, Lima. North, stumble with me.
And automatic alarm 1521 West Pico.
Q74, Shores Hospital 324.
Verify ready Q74. Hospital 324. Coming through. Kill. Alright, got sir. Yeah, we got nothing. And performance admin, that's where it is. We'll do one more quick pass and then call it. That more. Continue R1 emergency. Check with the callback. We don't find it. 47 Rod, you now need rescue 47 on the radio. Rescue 1 you can continue. Rescue 47 respond non-emergency. Ranger 47. Engine 3 with engine 9 rescue 3 unconscious at the intersection of Town and Central.
Bye, Dad. If you're still here, bye. If I missed it, then I guess you, doesn't make a difference anyways. Hey, Scott, you guys are in Camden, New Jersey, or Philly? Margie, the Philly conversation is still ongoing. The New Jersey one, it's very possible.
Good.
Engine squad 46% ALS 4667 South Walnut Avenue, Olympic Boulevard.
23 11725 Balboa. Code for information only.
So far, it's listed Charles 11725 Balboa Boulevard, information only.
SPS, I use a hotspot, either my phone or Verizon. Verizon hotspot.
This is 47. Engine 17. Engine 17. Spot back up. 17 7th Street front indicator. We rescue 814 off scene. Being combative.
So nobody guessed my shirt yet? Oh.
Metro from FR9.
Oh.
We're going to downgrade this 800.
There has to be a firefighter around here that recognizes it.
Rescue 1022 South Wall Street, cross 7. Rescue 209, discontinued. Can you tell me on Camilla? 97. Engine 2 standby. Rescue 2 Falls, 18th Street.
Internet 1353.
Metro engine 47, cancel.
69, hold the shop, indicator for location.
47, you can discontinue or cancel.
SPS. Nah, it's a certain shirt.
From the
A
unit.
certain firefighter, social media celebrity.
The delay.
I'll give you a hint. It's a battalion chief.
1506, you respond with a delay. 25, person down, 6 St. Louis, cross Michigan.
But I don't know if he knows it or not, but he took the Spitfire
Community village.
wheels, skateboard wheels logo and turned it into his own. I doubt he knows though.
Metro Rescue 17 attaches with engine 17 to that backup.
Roger.
Dominic, 1741 shows on the 5th. They're going to be on 6th Street. East of Broadway.
10-8, good morning. They headed to the backup. 715 7th Street, cross the theater.
122 advising code 10210 freeway rear the possible mode 3 DP Delta.
Battalion 18, Squad 161, out of service mechanical. Battalion 18, Squad 161, out of service mechanical.
35 code 6, main and Leroy.
Wall Street.
Engine Squad 164, traffic collision ALS with TD en route. East Gate, down
LA
to Santa Fe. Engine Squad 39, difficulty rating. 7131 East Gate Avenue, apartment 310, Soldier.
Rescue 3 coming. Discontinue or cancel. Thompson's 4138, Chevy Chase Drive.
Engine 27 Squad 50, Justine, constructed a parking lot. 3430 South Garfield, Canning Street.
Sometimes you just gotta know.
Yeah, hey Jerry, we're going to go make contact with the bartender.
Sometimes you just gotta know.
Where they want it. Sounds like the coroner's going to release
Engine
the body
165 Squad 54, unconscious. PD on scene 8476 San Antonio Avenue, Liberty Boulevard.
Roll standby, monitor 1.
Cleared and left for the day.
Metro 21.
7.
We're going to force entry to the highway.
Our patient is being,
Tammy,
and also,
what about him?
their motorcycle is going to be at the.
What about him? You've put his name up twice. Fire Marshal Bill. No,
Anybody up here or come by itself?
it's funny.
Added still for engine 2. With NEV.
Hello, Story. Where are you now?
Engine 78, squad 30.
Oh, you're asking if this is a Dennis Leary shirt? It is not a Dennis Leary shirt.
77 Manila with Mental Illness, Manchester, and Maine.
It is a firefighter
Forward
shirt.
code to incident 1327, RD 1268.
It's a Chief Miller shirt. Chief Miller. He sent it to me back in the day as he was blowing up. Oh, R-Free, thank you. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that very much. All monies goes somewhere. Ooh, 2-vehicle head-on crash. That's not good. That's not good at all. The 2-vehicle crash is nowhere near us, so just a heads up. So don't ask. We're gonna hear it come out right now. We're gonna hear.
457.
Or was that a TV show Emergency?
1040 close.
Everybody watch Roy and John.
8077, supervisor that can be found with 12857, Bell with mental
Wait,
illness,
was it Roy and John?
Maine at El Pollo Local.
I know it was Roy, right?
Incident 1327, identify.
70 Huntington, commercial plate.
Our speed no longer needed.
Sam Paul David, 303.
750 TL47 coming.
5422 to Payne Canyon Boulevard. CR is standing by near the Starbucks. Very limited.
30 Spike Rover, Tuesday, Brethren Union.
1047, no. 15 TL47, 15 TL47, come in.
Roy and John, I got it. I knew it. I knew it. Allie, that's funny that you even got the last names. It's awesome. Chief Miller, it's a little too late, Casker. I already said it. Doesn't count now.
Check 1717, channel 8 response.
No other information was given.
Black and red shorts, brown boots, walking up to passing vehicles. Discuss incident
All right, I could use a
1432,
story.
1232.
How long have we been live? Oh, almost 2 hours.
377, unknown trouble, 5855, Carlton Way, go to incident 149, 9647.
Got blown out.
39, subject, 160,
39, set of course.
You left to Instagram to find it. Cheater.
102 and Pig.
Ooh.
Engine 103, squad 28, seizure. On the bike path. Boston Avenue.
1841, code 6, Washington First and Figueroa.
77, is the call taker?
Going to be separated because I don't call 10.5. UAE car.
Thank you, Joe.
310 801
Thank you very much.
5096.
241, Adam Paul, 10 Frank 5, temporary plate, Nissan 4-door.
Margie, which one?
Sound juvenile, 2511 West 36th Street.
What are you talking about, Margie?
3354.
Scott, what's that tat on your arm?
3740.
Well, you're gonna have to be a little more specific. Like which arm?
5388.
What color?
Clear.
What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
832 Roger.
On right lower arm. Well, that's a map.
Or
That's LA and Orange County.
been added.
What's the LA and Orange County
Oh,
map?
yeah. Fire 4, Fire 2.
Yep, 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 yep.
There's a trespass sign posted, no indication of a trespass order.
Tammy, it's already been on the news. It's been #1 story since 5 a.m. since the news started. It's 8:30 right now. If you were to turn on maybe channel 7 or channel 9, they'll report on it right now. If it's at 9 o'clock, you can watch channel 9 or channel 5, or sorry, channel 7 or channel 5, and they'll be reporting it. So it'll be the very first thing. It'll be the very first thing reported at the top of every news.
92754 George 2, 92754 George 2, so for the non-sonic way home back.
So the answer, Tammy, is yes. To answer your question, yes, I do think it'll be on the news.
The subject requested the RA, but the RA was not going to respond until PD arrived. Says that the subject is in a red Toyota semi-trailer.
Agent 6-3, automatic alarm.
34.
He's listening to TAC 17. Can't hear you unless you're maybe it's a little projector. Agent 77 going TAC 17. 16, show me 10.
I got a call for you. Stand by. I'm finishing up.
How do you copy? 77, stand by. Are they blocking any lines? Center from FR9, you can adapt to the rescue showing up. Oh, he's Lamport. Okay, for sure. Something found like one day, we found like 2 days.
White shirt, blood on his clothing, and the victim, the female, is found with black clothing, bleeding from the face. Cartoons at 1449 and RD
21. Food for less. 14500 Ocean Gate.
Correct.
14500
Cartoons
Ocean Gate. Somebody in the parking lot refuses to leave.
Engine Squad 87, ALS, East MR Road, North Fraser Street.
I read slow with our sirens on and transmitter platform. No way when she hears us. 77 Roger, I can also see.
Transfer EMS 17 attachment, incident 410.
You'll be getting closer to where her cell site's hitting.
261 by the Uber driver. And she's all over the board. Admitted to using meth yesterday. Sounds like she's still psychic.
Yeah, it's gonna be set.
She's now on Cascade Road and Phoenix, next door to the 7-Eleven.
Premier Media Services, Scott Lane. I was getting the Scott Lane sign on my shoulder.
She's wearing a black bikini top.
Just getting the Scott Lane sign on my shoulder.
Tied around her shoulder. She went out of the unit. She still sounds like she's psychic.
Male that took the bicycle from the
Signal that she found Century Creekville. There was a citizen report. Sound like was whispering southbound, caused some confusion.
I beat it around. You took 15 minutes in a black Mercedes.
4149 Street Avenue, front 9th Avenue.
Confirmed that the subject is no longer in the area.
Can you turn on your address? I'm going to turn off a blade.
It's going to be Santa Fe
Be
Florida
33,
Lander.
right.
You're contacting Lauren Good next at the taco shop next door to 7-Eleven.
Engine 23, Squad 45, traffic collision, ALS, sheriff on scene. East Artesia Boulevard, Southwest 158, difficulty breathing, 13327 South Wilson Place, what's 132nd?
Proud Felon, probably the one I'm in. Probably the one I'm in. It's always going to be the one I'm in.
Engine 106 went down mechanical. GPS location.
Thank you, Tara. Margie, somebody killed him. He was shot and killed.
Rescue 106, go ahead and put us in
Don't
place.
quite know if suspects have been caught. I haven't been watching the news. I mean, I guess I could easily go here. Let's see what happens here. I'll go to CBS's website. First thing they say, off-duty officer. Oh, suspect at large. Off-duty officer, not necessarily deputy. It said off-duty officer. So I thought it was a deputy, but it could be wrong. Suspect still at large.
Bumps needed 902 Carson Street and Recreation Road. Carson Street and Recreation Road and Carson and Go Park Road. Westbound
East Carson Street, Recreation
Black
Road.
Chevy S10 truck, unknown male, hunched over a vehicle, check near Go Park Road, passerby. And if he's active one as unit code 3 and to left.
It was LAPD. Gotcha. All right, thank you.
Stand by. Correction. Light 474, stand by. ER is not sure what. 98, you may discontinue Light 498. We're going to attach Light 474. 77, the additional information. I'm not sure if you got on your MDC. She said you mentioned the stream. There's a stream that goes indicated approximately where your engines are. Should be along that stream. Roger that.
Engine of Squad 41, 6 ALS 24 East 126th Street, South Willowbrook Avenue. Engine in Squad 68, 6 ALS 6006, Clear Valley Road, High Ridge Road. Please text me further.
Town Road in Netland City, Alabama.
Sure, quiet about it compared to the Jack in the Box incident. What are you talking about, Flower Power? Are you talking about I'm quiet or they're being quiet about it? And what Jack in the Box incident are you talking about? I'm quiet about this incident. That's because they want to try to find the suspect. Once they find the suspects, then they'll talk more about it. The Jack in the Box incident, I don't know what you're talking about. Gotcha. I'm sure they're quiet about it. We don't need to know. I mean, we just need to know the facts. The facts are he was shot and killed. That's a bum deal. Once they catch the suspect, then they'll release more information.
Right now, we passed the location that shows on NBC. We have not found a gray Honda. I'm not sure exactly where this patient the car started going up. So we're making our way all the way up there. If you guys find a gray Honda, look up. I'm not sure if it's a Honda or a Ford.
Hi, Mary Lincoln, right, 96 mile back out for window, blue shirt, 10 by position, for the engine, for the other one.
I'll be handling AC today.
Fine.
Go ahead.
New info stated that it might be a gray Ford. Gonna go back down to where we met you guys.
Spawn 140,
I believe that's the one that has
28670,
water
Meadowgrass Drive, North Delport.
Carson and Recreation. Transient placing a vehicle only in Gulfport and Carson and Recreation.
Life's what you make of it. I guess I'll say neither. I was a cameraman before I became a stringer, so I was more into journalism than I was into but
Sure, during the white spot.
no,
I was like, no, that's that intersection information on.
I was a cameraman. It's just a snowboarder. I just learned it. I learned how to do it.
Avenue at Wall Learning Center, code 21450.
37, you got Elko Fire 4 and Fire 3.
With the model.
We'll be about.
Yeah. 1476 9457.
I was a stringer first, and because I was a cameraman in Los Angeles, I figured it would be smart to know what to do with celebrity footage. So I learned to deal with me and RMG at the time. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. RMG showed me how to do paparazzi. I showed them how to choose. LiveCore Productions, I have a Sony PMW.
We did find a grave, but it's a Ford, and that's the new info that we got, that it possibly might be a Ford, so we're going to go back down to there. Roger, what's that last little picture there? Painter and Philly.
I guess there's a backpack giveaway going on, and there's about 1,000 kids and families that are starting them like that.
That could be interesting. LiveCore, very well. Very well. PMW 100, PMW 200, PMW 300, PMW 400. Most Sonys do well at night.
Lobby, Sarah, Odin status.
Temple 53, handle 53, out on 53, Tom on the SS.
I don't know who Loretta Swit is.
59, one house, Mustard House.
I'll go for a good Waterman break right now. Big one, that'd be good. Big Waterman break, that'd be cool. She was on Smash.
Just want to confirm that's where
Mash, I know.
the patient said that they were, or the hiker.
But the underlining storyline in most of Mash was Smash.
505 is not a patient south of the Canyon Road, east of Fire Road, west. Copy, I'll switch to attack. Alcohol, Battalion 12, you're up on 17. Back for safety, automatic alarm, 150, 120, 3rd Street.
45 cancel, 140, handle unit.
Yeah, Metro, helicopter fly overhead. Alcohol, are you up on track 17? A couple of them right at this trailhead, right by engine 77. You just flew over us.
I'll be right back.
And you try and visualize up that trail now.
Metro from FR9, we cleared our incident. You put us on a still alarm on 50th San Julian. They reported by the toilet attendant.
And down. FR9, Roger, stand by.
It was on scene.
Just one. The patient or the hiker is uninjured, just lost his assistance back to their car, is that correct? 3310 and 3/4, West 77. Battalion 12. The patient is uninjured, just lost. Copy.
Send you over to 12621 Lambert and Council Force. I'm going to do first signal.
Elko, I see, on tack.
Go ahead.
If you copy that last couple minutes ago, Metro said you were right over them and they could hear your rotor wash. So we're just looking for that, and then I'm looking for validation because I'm sending engine 77 up the trail for a ground-based intercept. She's uninjured, and we're just going to get her back to her car. Want to make sure we're sending them up the right trail. So, RP losing that 415 with this brother. You can go with Metro. They have a person on 17. So when you're over them, they'll let you know that. Transfer. When you're over them, and they help you do it faster.
reported a negative.
You can get some AC there.
Digit 6300 honor.
South Oxford Avenue, Unit 4.
857. One down. Just FYI, the person is uninjured. So we're not going to do a hoist-based operation. I just need eyes to get the ground space resources to that person. But if you want to put somebody down to validate, that's fine.
And then last seen on Los Sierras, this Hispanic adult. Got a backpack and black.
I see from Elko, the people that were waving just ended up walking with a group of people now, and they're walking away, so we're not going to send anyone down to the location. Copy that. That roll from 10-12, visitation has a visual on our airship. Battalion 12, yeah, sir, I can still hear the helicopter above the patient. Copy.
24, spot 37, vaccine ALS.
Yeah, run into a group of other people.
3960 Fairway Drive, apartment 225, Renton, over. Attention 34, spot 45, medical emergency. At the ARCO, 080 North Boulevard. Detective further?
Radio, person down, intersection of Sunset across Beverly Glen. Person down, Sunset, Beverly Glen. Go. Be abandoned in the street, in the middle of it. 49 for Metro. Moniker. 077. No traffic for it? 7-year-old male.
CU images, recording where you think you're paused and you're paused where you think you're recording. It happens to everyone. Usually there's at least, you catch it while it's happening, and you're able to at least salvage the story. But yeah, it's happened to all of us. You notice all your footages of your feet while you're walking and setting up your shot. All of a sudden you set up your shot and then it goes away. Yeah, it happens. Also what happens is a lot of rookie stringers, a lot of rookie cameramen, they'll be filming something and then some action will actually happen and they hit stop. It happens with people using their cell phone all the time. They're filming something and all of a sudden their friend falls and the camera goes away. Like, we didn't want to watch him fall. Like, why do you, and that's because things didn't go right and that person was like, oh, I need something to do. So just like rookie cameramen, rookie stringers, they feel like they need to do something and they hit stop. The key to doing something is doing nothing. Doing nothing. I actually train my thumb when I know there's gnarly stuff that's about to happen, like when there's an intense police situation, or there's it's mostly the intense police situations, but where or live action crash, pursuit, where my thumb, I'll move it as far away from the start and stop button that I can.
The airship, so we can pick up the right person. Multiple people hiking there having a hard time picking up a solo person. Italian, TK, I see, Roger.
Arnicky Lane, it's a gray Honda, unknown plate, parked at no parking sign. There's a crew on scene unable to get to their job site, requesting a tow.
Vehicle 2 instead of 15, 17,
Also, I hear your helicopter again, closer to the patient. Forward in something. Local copy. Ready to go ahead. The 415 brother, sent you Davis. Live at that location. Go from.
But the PRC is, can they see which ship it is, whether it's 2 or 4, and you know we're located there right now?
Arm company does not have a reset or no responders available. 412, go ahead, sir.
We've walked around the house and looked inside. Everything appears clear at this time. We're going to go ahead and call this a fault.
488, Father.
26.
You can clearly call on Beverly Boulevard. I was there about, all the vehicles. And the helicopter. The helicopter's getting farther away again. If you guys are able to see a stream, the patient's actually still there. Call unknown at this time. South of Fire Canyon.
Additional, your 459 is there now. So sort of the Spanish. If you can, and then I'm not. Push it out, come to the right, very long boxes. Hey, when did you receive?
4 near the, now down in the canyon, start at the top of the ridge.
Okay, 4 copies. We have the area where she should be now. We'll concentrate in here. I got 2 going low level.
That's 105 on rescue, 106 on 3.
282 Tapia Drive, Mr. Flavor.
6 on the radio, 15, typical expiration. 710 West 50th Street, crossing over.
421.
30, ring excessive force, 3430 Wonderview Drive, business. Alarm covers room 901, information on it, 173. Battalion 12, patient's been instructed to stay where she is. I believe she's still safe. Julian, it's 21. We let in last question.
Washout area up on the cliff, that would be 77 where you're walking. You've got 2 guys on the single track right now. Just keep walking back towards each other. There you go, good job, guys. Once you get to that corner where it's at, you're going to have to do green bush for you up there on your left.
We recorded on the RP, they will let you in, and they advise the brother does live at the location.
Yeah, it's just 77. Just go direct with the airship. He's giving you some.
We have located the victim.
So he was in 77 and Alco. If we're going to put a member down to a hoist, we'll get back to you further. Clear the boat, head up the trail. Make a left turn into the brush there. You're going to have to go along the ridge line. I'm going to have 2 nose into her, and you'll be just off, or the patient will be just off the nose. Yeah, that direction you're taking is good. You're going to have to go past those green bushes that are on your right. About 50 feet, she's there on the left side.
Oh, there's a lady who got lost during her hike up in the canyon.
5, we're staging at the corner of Spring and Broadway. There's up on this little washout area. It's a sheer little cliff. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to get down or not, but we'll let them get in contact with her. Drop.
5 Adam 1.
About 3 o'clock from Fire Station. Yeah, whoever's the lead at 77 is going to be at her in about 10 feet. Roger.
590
radio. 100.
All units on board.
Intersection Sherman Way across from White Oak Avenue.
Is that a command?
The old park.
I can't go home without a story, and my wife will be mad. She said, "Don't come home without making any money." Does $26 in donations count, honey? What's up, Chopper? What's going on? George, thank you, but this isn't breaking news. Sitting in my car is not breaking news. It's not breaking news. CU images, yes, I agree. I definitely agree. The other ones are more work shirts. The new one's not so much a work shirt. They're more, you know, for people just to wear. The other one is a work shirt. That's why they were thicker. But George, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see if let's see if the viewer count goes up with your big tweet.
Engine Squad 163, chest main 6935, Prospect Avenue, Bronson Avenue. Engine 25, Squad 40, difficulty breathing 9343, Claymore Street, Laramont Avenue.
401 Buffalo Avenue. Domestic violence involved suspect is driving a white Toyota Prius, male black 46 years, with flowers, black pants, passing for hostage.
Hopefully, George. That is the goal. I don't know if it's the plan, but that's the goal.
Received 2 additional activations until 153
Thank you for the $15. I can go home now. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's so funny. Breaking news. Stringer sits in parking lot, waits for story. That's not breaking news. That's normal news. There's nothing breaking about that. It's 78 degrees right now, but I'm in the shade. I'm in the shade and in the air condition.
She's on nature. We got her back on the trail. You heard. You guys are released. Thanks.
Oh, where are the stories at? Oh, where could they be?
The victim back up to the trail.
Oh, where is my story at? Let's make it to be.
20 minutes while the victim out of the canyon.
CU images, I caught part of that. I can see why you erased it. It didn't really make sense. It didn't really make sense.
We're already short one member, so we're out of service for an hour or so. In about 30 seconds.
I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't think I do remember Gary Ganu.
Engine 36, 6 ALS, 401 West 223, condo number 36, South Walnut Avenue.
I used to own a Ganu snowboard. I think I got a GNU after a Kemper. I went from Kemper to GNU. I think so. Kemper, GNU to... Oh, man. What was the name of that stupidest board company ever? We thought they were so cool. What's the name? What's Fester. I think it was a Fester. I think Fester was the name of the board company. Didn't like Festers. And they went from Festers to 5150s. Stayed with 5150 till I went to Palmer. Stuck with Palmer for a while. And now I still have a Palmer, and I also have a I forgot what my red ward is. It's Jeremy Jones, but I forgot the name of it. That's weird.
With a head injury as possibly a result of a fall.
Yeah, Ellie's being good today. I remember the Great American Space Coaster, and I remember it from the 80s. I've ridden Burton a few times, but I remember the American Space Coaster. I remember the beginning of it, and it was in the 80s. Goodbye, Rodney.
Roger.
I had a Pal Peralta at one point, but we're not talking skateboards, we're talking snowboards. Everybody had a Pal Peralta at one point. It was impossible not to.
Okay, I just want to make sure you see a picture from us. You see it's okay, right? 500 barely from the ground floor. Okay, we're lifting off now. Let me know we're engine 15, auto fire, eastbound 10 freeway at the Harbor Freeway.
No, I'm too far. I'm not going to make that. Damn.
Yeah, Metro engine 49. Engine 49 is going to handle 500 east water. Cancel everyone else.
No, it was more mid-80s, not late 80s, mid-80s.
LAPD requesting or sending out as an assault. Let's not need any additional resources. 105 and 72.
Turn which way? 1944.
Station 105. Head to 72. Call 237 17. Train only 301.
Engine 22 from South Bay, McCormick, BLS, en route, ETA 15 minutes.
Do you have a description of the subject?
Just occurred 1784 East 15th Street.
Dark clothing, a backpack, and a duffel bag.
Driving.
Westbound from the location, suspect was renowned black indicator, suspect one is a black sweater, suspect two is in a white t-shirt, criteria was 1875 or 1830.
44 standby with the off your call. Call yourself Alpha and they can use the map. Will do. XL3, call the Washington. Metro, those are 10 to 2, radio check only. Soldier 10 to 2, Southern 0, channel 8. Roger.
81 to 86. Told you, mid-80s. I know what's up. I know what's up. I happen to watch a lot of TV, and back in the day, there wasn't a lot of TV to be
All
had.
units, Pack 1 restricted, no marker, Pack 1 restricted. On the outside of the residence. Infield code 01509.
33. K3 the radio front of the 6, 1325, West 61st Street, front of Normandy. 19 Rescue 37 Fall, 558 Bristol Avenue.
Transport from Compton Station to TRDS 116090, started at 9:08 hours.
Shoot, that bums me out about the procession. I probably could have made
43, bells ringing.
where they're going right now.
South Jasmine.
You'd want to make the coroner's office, but considering they're actually just down the street from the coroner's office, it's not going to be long before they get to where they're going. They'll probably get there within about 2 minutes. Because Avenue 26 from Mission and the 5 isn't far at all. Isn't far at all. As a matter of fact, it's near Dally Road, and I just saw something that said Dally. So they're going to be there any minute. So they're ahead of schedule. They thought it was going to be at 10, but it's ahead of schedule. And if I was near downtown, I would have tried to make it, but I'm not near it. I'm not going to make that. No way.
I'm just confirming you're transporting Rescue 95. Metro, Piper 95, Roger. 95,
I'm watching it right now, live on Channel 7's website.
378 and Shantan on a 415 Camry, 7905 Pickering Avenue, 7905 Pickering.
And I'm not going to try to rush to make it. If I was in a position already, that'd be great, but I don't want to rush, make it, and then miss it.
We're about 200 yards out.
And it's unknown if he has them on him right now. He was described as a male Hispanic, gray baseball shirt, and no APD in his
I'm not listening to it, so I don't know for sure where they're going to the coroner's office, but it's usually where they go. Yeah, there's the, all right, so they're 110 at, all right, so yeah, so they're, it looks like they're en route. From the shot that I just saw, I know where they're at.
6705 K Canyon Road.
So he's heading south right now, right, and about to make an eastbound turn towards the coroner's office. So as of now, he's just north of downtown right now, near Dodger Stadium. He's right near Dodger Stadium.
Concord Street, code 2, incident 156, 3478.
I actually wasn't planning on being live right now, too. So, you know, now that it's all said and done, I probably should have made my way up there. Not just for content for the live stream, but also because for my actual stringer job. Stringers in the street. I'm sure there's stringers in the street and media in the street. At some point here, they're going to make a left.
Rescue 64 is available. You can attach us for 800. Cancel 264. We're pushing around. Rescue 2.
If I'm not mistaken, he's heading into right next to the 110 there.
Waking up home. Batteries look like they're now. Circle line 8 South Concord Street, code 2, incident 156, 2478.
Red line.
Yeah, there should be a gas station on the right, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to make a left-hand turn into the coroner's office. And ABC 7's helicopter just lost.
15, they do not give ETAs, but we'll check, update them, telling them there's
Let's see, let's go to KTLA. But yeah, he's already there. I told you he would have been there. In there in a couple minutes, not far at all.
Flight 448, the lockout 503, West 39th Street, Apartment 1.
Engine EST 85, spot 184, Canada. 1003, spot 6, from Transparency.
Yes, ready, 64 bump run.
There it is. All right, so channel 7's back up. And yeah, that's the exact location where I thought it was. So yeah. I haven't done that shot in a minute. I did that shot was and there's channel 4's helicopter overhead we're listening to. Last time I was there, I think, was Paul Walker's death. I got the corner van shot for Paul Walker.
Metro from Rescue 86. We got a unit number. Rescue 86 on the radio, respond to the traffic. Reception of Beverly, cross to Dillon.
SC201, Metro engine 1324.
Yeah, from the looks of it, it's covered. All media was covered. I wouldn't get any hits in that procession. If anything, it just would have been cool footage for the stream. But it's definitely not something I could have got hits on. No way. Matter of fact, we were just talking about that New York incident. I was just sent the footage. LOUDLABS New York got the exclusive footage of the perp walk of the suspect who got the officers wet. So they caught him, and LOUDLABS News New York got the footage of the suspect. I can show it to you right now.
Can you respond on a TC exchange for traffic control only, please? Picturing and Hadley.
4, dead, 5055, East 96th Street.
Oops, gnarly reflection going on. Sorry.
5315 Royal Canyon Boulevard at quality traffic data. Negative, she went to 1601. She did not need contact.
Peter, I made this hat. I'm thinking about making them for the site. But it's a custom hat that I made. I made it.
Rescue 17.
Apartment 110,
For per LAPD, TR is GOA. Cancel rescue 64.
Peter Griffin, the person that was arrested was one of the suspects from the water dousing in New York. You know, where the LAPD officers got doused with water and didn't do anything about it and kept us cool? That guy. Yesterday, last night, however you want to look at it. That's when that footage took place of the guy in handcuffs. This is national news. National news. Hey, source. I was asking if you were on here earlier. I wanted to ask you a question. The guy with the same tattoos on his hands, is he a stringer? Or is he a cameraman? Who is he?
Metro 265 is available in quarters. You can cancel 264. We can stick around our person. Station 203, 202, 10
What's up, Dan Powers? So much for George's tweet.
257 EMS 13.
Res 257, EMS 13, Boston radio response, difficult respiration, 3310 West 77th Street, crossing Crenshaw Boulevard.
It's weird. Zachary, not in this country, it's not. And if it was, I wouldn't be blasting it live. If it was illegal, I definitely wouldn't be, it wouldn't be blasting my illegal activities live. I try not to do that. In some countries, yes. In California, which isn't a country I know, but that's where I am. No, it's not. When did he get the tattoo? And did you know him before he had the tattoo, or you just ran into him and he has the tattoo? Big Puff, yeah, I do. I definitely do. Have I ever thought about tinting my windows? They are tinted. They're tinted on the lowest tint, not the lowest legal tint, on just the lowest tint. I work at night, so I want to be able to see where I'm going. But I also don't want the lights to blind me, so you really can't tell the difference. But the tint on that is no tint, and there's a little tint there. You really can't tell the difference, but you can at night. Chopper, there's somebody in Philadelphia that has this tattooed on his hands. This tattooed on his hands. After the show. After the show, gotcha. That's funny. That's hilarious. And because he runs a Facebook page? That's awesome. Breaking news! I wonder if that's his full-time job, because I would love it if he was a server, like at Applebee's, for his job, and then he runs this page as his secondary thing. But that's not life. It has to be 100%. He has to be 100% involved in that news. That's hilarious. I'm gonna reach out and say hello. I definitely will. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh, guys. We have a Bronson watching. Hi, little Bronson. How are you? I am fine. I love you. I am the daddy. You are the son. What you think about that, little Bronson? What you think about that, little Bronson? Hi, Bronson. So a few days ago, my wife sent me a picture of Bronson pointing at the TV, and it was the caption, "Where's Daddy?" So he was watching me on the TV, because you can watch YouTube on regular TV. Watching me on TV live. She sent me a picture and she said, "Where's Daddy?" And he pointed at the TV. I just got another picture of that right now. So she's at home watching me live with Bronson. She asked, "Where's Daddy?" And Bronson pointed. Hi, Bronson. Hi, Lisa. Hi, little Bronson. How are you? I am fine, because I have you. I am your daddy. You are my son. What you think about that, baby Bronson? Bronson, say mama. Bronson's finally starting to talk. Matter of fact, we even have somebody coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to help that process out a little bit. But he says mama on command. He never really said anything on command. But now he says mama on command. He says dada on command. And he says nana on command. He hasn't quite said grandma yet. Grandma has a friend is Nana, so that's who he says Nana. Nana's easier, but we're trying to get him to say stuff. What we want is, we don't want and it's been helping, because now when he wants something, he'll say mama, and this is please. This is please, but for him, this is please. So when he goes like this, that means please. So now he says mama, which is so great.
Father of the child, 830, and the BR 5187-5187.
Fresh Fire 73. Northbound 5 at the 14.
Alright, so that's too far. But depending on how big it is, it might not be that far. Let's see how big it is. There's a brush fire. It's far away, but considering it's the weekend, we might be able to figure something out on that.
Engine 76 on the radio system, 32.4 minutes drive. Light force 5, roger.
Utilize
Channel 4 response.
calling for the birth turn 12, command C3, primary jack, B fire 22, secondary jack, B fire 23.
Yeah, Big Puff, I have 3 people that cover Orange County. 1 full-time and 2 part-timers.
Victor 130.700.
You better pack that brush. Enter 469.
All day streaming? No. I'm probably gonna make my way home here soon. But like I said, my wife told me not to come home without getting any hits. I'm just kidding, babe. No, she never said that. But she did tell me to come home. Don't come home without money. But we do have $40 in donations, so that's good. What we don't have is any hits. I'll probably stop streaming real soon here. What is that? 60 to 180. So I'll give it another another 13 minutes or so. So yeah, probably around the 3-hour mark. I'm gonna say goodbye. Will I be out tonight, Dan? I will, but it might be like at 2 in the morning. It might be at 8 o'clock at night. I have no idea.
Engine 18, roger.
Does that answer your question? Zachary? Yeah, very possible. Very possible. Hit me up, Scott at LOUDLABS. Scott at loudlabs.com. But actually, Zachary, only hit me up if you've already started your process. If you already have a camera, if you're already out there listening to scanners, if you're already out there chasing stories, if you're already out there posting to social media. If you haven't done any of those, then please don't hit me up for a job, because I probably won't reply. But if you already have that camera, have that scanner, have been out there listening to stories, chasing news, then yeah, we can talk. Brunson! Baby Brunson! What you doing, baby Brunson? K2 gonna get you. K2 gonna get you.
Metro from Light Force 2, we're available back in the district. You can release Light Force 10 from their move up. You may return to your first pin, Light Force 10.
K2 gonna get you. K2 gonna get you. Brunson! Brunson! Brunson, say dada. Brunson, say dada. Say mama. It's a good question, Dawn. It's a really good question.
Engine 24, Flight 24, Squad 37, Battalion 17, Trevor collision. First trap, North 14, North of Century West.
Good question, Dawn. Big Puff, it all depends. Bootney, everybody drink. Everybody drink. Lisa, yes, you, Lisa. Lisa Lou. I don't have a story yet. Can I come home? I'm gonna stop streaming in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna still string, but I want a story. I want a story.
Italian 5, landline away. Italian 5, landline away.
Park down the second entrance. Secured by gate.
Central 168, I was back up the side of 29 call on Carson.
9-1, did you copy my last transmission?
168 Toronto is also suspect. If they can get a hold of a response, we'll just come off the gate.
Truck 87. Now we have a report from
Bratton!
that there's something else going on below the bridge.
Bratton!
Scout that out also.
Your dad's starting to look like he lives out in the IE. No offense, IE. Just being funny. These days, that statement doesn't mean anything. But there used to be a certain look that the IE gave out about 15 years ago. And that's the look I'm giving out right now.
Right? The tire is not part of this.
Field still. At the Denny's. 1504 Gillette Road, North Dudley Street.
75 top. This is not part of the
Big Puff. It's already happening. $300 for a half night, which is 4 hours. $7,000 for a full night. No, I'm just kidding. $500 for a full night, and that's splittable with somebody. If you and a buddy want to sit in my car for 4 hours, you guys can split the $300 price, or you can split the $500 price if you want to sit here for 6 hours or more. Yes, I am going to charge you money to sit in my car. Unless you're a firefighter or a police officer, then you can ride for free.
6200 Mary Ellen Avenue.
Now, what I'm about to say here,
Hey Brian, we're gonna go down below.
don't look at it the wrong way, or look at it. This is how I look at it. Where else can you watch somebody on TV, reach out to them, and then pay to ride with them doing what you saw them do on TV? I don't think you can. So, and if you want to come smack me around, I made it where the price is kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to spend that much money and, you know, hit somebody and go to jail. If it was like 25 bucks, somebody might want to come smack me around and then run away and try to get away. But anyways, the price is $300 for a half night, $500 for a full night. I might give you a little discount because you found me on this stream. And it's splittable by somebody. How do you want to do it? Hit me up. Scott@loudlabs.com. Scott@loudlabs.com. Yeah, you very well could end up in a stream. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Location, email is being held
We're
now.
coming up to 133 by that run. Cancellation 33 at 846. Yeah, we had at Sunshine Canyon, there's a PD on scene overturning a overturned truck, but they've been here for 2 hours, so there's nothing going on over here.
Uh-oh.
Copy, no part of work needed.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Do I have him sign a release? Yeah. Sign a release that says, I'm not responsible for you dying. You are covered by my insurance if I crash my car.
Dr. 14 with 77, squad 149, 10 entry at Hungary Valley, motocross main track.
Besides that,
36,000 Quail Canyon Road, you cross
Alright, I just got a text from the wife that says come home. So, you know, listen to your wife. That's my advice. That's my advice, guys. Listen to your wife. Alright, I will I'll wait to see what these noises do. If these noises send us somewhere near here, I'll let you guys stay with me. If they don't, then bye. Then that is not it. That was for a helicopter. Somebody got hurt at the motorcycle track.
Copy that, 846, copy that.
Somebody got hurt at the motorcycle track. The motorcycle track. Sorry I didn't get out of the car and give you guys a story. Ugh. My bad. They all can't be episode number 162. If you guys want some excitement and you haven't seen the end of episode 162, go check out the end of episode 162 at the 2-hour 17-minute mark. It starts to get exciting. You can see me be a little pansy baby. See me run away all scared because I don't want to get beat up.
William S13 will be transferred to hospital 476 shortly.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna say goodbye. Alright guys, goodbye. Talk to you later. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you, well, I won't see you. If you don't see me, then you don't see me. So yeah, have a nice weekend. Remember, everyone, tomorrow is promised to no one. Later, losers. See you soon, Bronson. I'm coming home.